to this computer. A bit later, we're chatting. We're kind of chatting about related stuff. That's all right, isn't it? You know, there's sci-fi is kind of AI-ish.
I want everybody else to know about the reverse trumpet. That's what I think we should
Right. Okay.
do.
Yeah.
Roll out the reverse trumpet.
We'll talk about the reverse trumpet in a second when we go around the room. But first of all, we're going to go around the room. Tell us what you use mainly use AI for, if you use it at all. I know a couple of us use it for everything, but I mean, but David, we'll start with you. You were super early today, and
Okay,
so what welcome. It's your first time here.
Yeah, I find that ChatGPT particularly is good for as a marketing assistant. If I need some advice or need some ideas, or if I need a list of websites that I can use. For instance, I found this peppercorn through asking for a list of online networking sites in the UK.
Okay. That's interesting.
So.
Yeah, brilliant. And what's your day job? What is it you do? Your business?
UW.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Excellent. Who was it? Steffi, tell us about it.
Steffi Lewis. I use AI all day, every day. I'm coding in it and dream about it. Currently working on something called Your Echo, which is about getting a chatbot to believe it's me. And if I can make it do that, I'm going to monetize it and make it available to everybody, because books are so 20th century. So let's have a chatbot that we can update regularly. Is anybody getting feedback off my mic?
Yeah.
It's Miguel. We're getting a bit of feedback back from you. I don't know whether it's
not me then.
No, it's I could see Miguel's thing lighting up, you know, like the little yellow thing underneath his name.
Really?
It could be just feedback from the so when we speak, it might be coming back through the
right. Is that any better?
Yeah. What he's trying to say is when other people are talking, the rest just go on mute, and that solves the problem.
Okay. Excellent. Jane, tell us about you.
Yeah, hi everyone. Jane Chakravorty, the company's Invicta Linux, and we provide IT systems for small and medium-sized businesses focusing on Linux and open source. And yeah, it's amazing how quickly AI has become quite a really significant part of your life, isn't it? You know, for those that don't know, I had a sort of medical incident last year, and I find AI absolutely invaluable in sorting out what the drugs are doing, what the symptoms might be. And in fact, I started using Grok after last week's AI, and it's really good. It's really good. It's a bit of a faff getting there, and you have to, you know, whatever you think of Elon Musk, you have to yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's not, yeah, data's not exactly safe, but it isn't with most of them. Pi was my very favorite when that's open source and created by Reid Hoffman, Inflection. But unfortunately, I asked it the wrong question, and I'm no longer welcome to the party. That's it. So yeah, you have to be a bit.
What did you ask?
I asked because do you remember Yvette Cooper was a few weeks ago, about a month ago actually. She was on Laura Kunsberg's show on Sunday morning, and she was saying that they were going to battle AI grooming kids with tools of some kind. So I asked Pi what that could possibly what the strategy was, what the was, and I think I used to battle child pornography, and that was it immediately. Boof. But it was a long, you know, it was very crude. I think my eviction was unfair, and as I say, crude. It came in the mid of a much longer question. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that's that they are trying to address that. Obviously, it might not be as updated as other things, but I know that they're trying to
add some context to questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
And then have a conversation about it rather than just like an instant, oh my God, that's that word.
Yeah,
You're out of
yeah.
here.
Danger, danger.
You're fired.
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah, Andy, Web Success Insights. I basically help people get more from their websites by identifying what's wrong and what to do about it. The uses of ChatGPT 4, many. Well, I found an interesting one this week was there was a client who signed up for a Yale marketing account. Don't all sign at once, and they send you this great big long report that looks really interesting, but it doesn't actually give you a summary in any form, a proper summary of what to do. And you just take that PDF, stick it into ChatGPT, and ask it for English summary and page references, and it's quite good. So it does stuff like that. On the negative side of things, I don't like the way I'm censored on it. If I want to ask certain things and ask stuff, it's pissing me off. I'm paying for a subscription. That therefore implies that I am vaguely grown up, and I should be able to have my own little filters of what I want to see or not see.
Yeah, too right.
I think ChatGPT are changing their model to reflect that. So I have noticed it's a lot less woke than it used to be. Yeah. So it's Miguel, tell us about you.
Morning, everyone. Miguel from Tritel Communications. We provide telecommunications products and services to businesses and to homeowners as well. So anybody looking for a telecoms solution or has an issue with their telecoms, we can resolve it. Generally, I tend to use ChatGPT and only at the basic level, but use it to sort of gain knowledge or put together an email, perhaps give me some ideas, and that's pretty much it, really. And equally, and also I've used Pi as well, which I've found rather interesting to be able to actually have a conversation, and you can pick and choose which one of 6 or 7 voices, I think, from memory. And I don't know, I was quite amazed. I'm actually still quite amazed how engaging it can be and the answers it gives you. The only downside I have with that is that if you're explaining something, it has a tendency of interrupting. It just interrupts sort of whatever. If you leave a gap between sentences, it will interrupt, and then you go back and say, I was about to say something, and it apologizes for actually interrupting. It says it's too keen to try and find an answer for your question or whatever. But otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much it, really. I'm still sort of I haven't really sort of fully engaged with AI, not fully, but which is why I'm here, to get to learn more, So that's pretty much it for me.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. It is. ChatGPT doesn't interrupt so much. If you start talking, it instantly shuts up if it detects your voice. So that's so you sort of start to say something, like it's like you were saying, is an irritating feature of Pi, is the fact that it keeps jumping in. But and even if you say don't interrupt me until I tell you I'm finished talking, it will still do it.
It's got no manners.
ChatGPT is really, I mean, it didn't have a personality when Pi came out. Pi had I think it may be the first one that had a personality, and sorts, we know it's computer generated. It's not a real personality, but it's got it was more personable than so yeah. But I don't know. It's can you talk to ChatGPT app without an account?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can,
On your phone, on my iPhone, I can.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I've got an account, but I don't pay a subscription. But yeah, I can chat to it.
Right. Okay.
For a
Yeah.
while.
I've got a subscription, so.
I don't need it because I use the API.
Yeah. Use the API. Yeah, which is something else we'll talk about in a sec. Mike.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Sorry I was a bit late. I couldn't find the link. I was frantically going through stuff trying to find it. Eventually, I did find it. Anyway, so I'm here. Hi, good morning, all. So I'm a financial planner. I'm with Genistar, who you may have heard of. Dave might know me. And I use NowSite virtually every day. Well, I do use it every day. I mean, I use it for all sorts of stuff. It writes better emails than I can. It's got better ideas than I have. I use it for suggestions and contacts, and they've introduced a new element which I rather like, which is called social to leads. And basically, all you do is you copy, you do a screenshot of somebody's social profile, put it into NowSite, and it produces about 8 or 9 pages of information on the person, background details, who they are, where they come from, uh, where it can get it. It does phone numbers and things. It doesn't always do that, but it does quite a lot of stuff there, and really quite interesting as how much stuff is out there on the net. I did it for me, and it quite scared me how much stuff is out there that's available. Anyway,
Yeah.
so that's what I do. I do use AI a lot, but I'm not just focusing on that. I look at other things as well, and there's some quite good other products out there that you can use alongside and work well with.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. And I'm David Harris, and I'm a WordPress guy. I do use AI all day, pretty much for various things, either for ideas and producing content. And yeah, so I think that's me. And yeah, Jane, Grok is really good. I mean, I'm astounded. It's totally free at the moment. You can go to if you go to grok.com now, it wasn't there before, but it's there now. You can go to grok.com and it looks a lot like ChatGPT. But I put a blog, I put in some information about creating a blog and it did it like I blinked and it was there, and it was 600 words, and I asked for 600 words, and it was more or less 600 words, sort of more or less on the button, So it was pretty good. It's coming
So,
up pretty
so
fast.
something else I picked up on that you talked about before, David, here was
Mm,
Suno, the
yeah,
music
yeah, I use that all
generating
the time.
thing.
Yeah,
Well, I had to go at it over the weekend and I blinked and 2 hours had gone.
yeah,
And I'm not musical at all, but I
yeah,
found myself playing with the thing and then thinking, how can I apply this to my business? I was desperate to find a way of applying it to my business.
yeah,
So that just shows how good that free level is.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
copyright free music.
Yeah,
So
it creates
it
music.
creates
Yeah,
music. Yeah,
yeah.
you can have
I've actually
audio on it
got
or instrumentals and
I mean, I've
styles.
got a subscription, but I've been creating. I created a background sort of jazz, steampunk jazz track for the latest Copper's Knob thing, and it was really good tune, and it took me it takes a few goes to get a good one, and then you can extend it, and then you can edit it, but you can get some really good um
It's
music
it's
out of it, and it's
SUNO, David, if you want to look at it.
yeah. David Varney, yeah. It is you get loads for free, don't you? You get quite a
You
lot.
get 50. I think you can generate 5 things a day effectively, can't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I can do like 3,000 a month for like
Wow.
about £8 or something. It's not very expensive. So I mean,
Yeah.
it didn't frighten the horses when I paid for the subscription, So
No,
it was
no, it's very good. Version 4 is brilliant.
yeah. And there's so yeah, Suno is excellent. You can also create images with Grok,
Yeah,
and they've been quite good as well.
yeah.
Not that they've not been good enough to create uh there. Like I had trouble with Midjourney because I use Midjourney to create images, and I was I had trouble because I was trying to create these images of a steampunk lady in a low cut Victorian dress. It has to be low cut, otherwise nobody looks at it. And then holding an umbrella type contraption with that's got made
Also,
of brass, because I want like a machine that's producing a little bit of steam when I'm making it into a video. And that's fine, did brilliant ones if I did Steampunk Lady. If I said 4 Steampunk Ladies, it failed the moderation test.
David,
It wouldn't.
as somebody who uses ChatGPT for content, do you use it to write blog posts and things like that?
Yeah.
'Cause I always found that it was all pretty samey. So it would talk about
Yeah. You've got to. I wrote I wrote a GPT called Creative Companion, and that gets rid of all the chat GPT-ness out of it. I then didn't renew my subscription, and now it's got in as hasn't got my name on it anymore, but but now I've renewed it. It still hasn't got my name on it, but it doesn't matter. And then Steffi's got a product that creates blogs for you as well.
Okay.
And that uses ChatGPT, but it uses, you know, it doesn't, it gets the worst bits out of it that makes it not sound like ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And Steffi's also got a fettle button which will de-Americanize your thing and get rid of in conclusion and things like that in your
You monetize those?
The AI stuff that I do, the blog, you can do blogs from text and blogs from URLs, and you can create images with it. So it's a module within your PCM, which is my CRM.
Okay.
Actually, do you use a CRM or a PCM? Because with UW, you do need to keep in touch with people, don't you? Like
Yeah, I mean,
old contacts and things. It's worth taking a look because
the partner app. The partner app has a directory of.
Yeah, but you can WhatsApp and email people and everything directly from the PCM.
Okay.
From
Yeah, let's have a look at that actually.
Oh, it's where was I? Oh yeah, Grok. No, Grok. Yeah, so you can create images on Grok, and it's pretty good image creation on there as well. And at the moment, it's completely free. There doesn't seem there's supposed to be limits on it, but I did like 30 or 40 photographs the other day, and didn't stop me. And I don't pay, so it was. I think if it's got limits, there must be fairly high limits. So it's not like you do there. And then see, ChatGPT's brought out 4.5.
Yeah, I think it's very expensive.
It is it's only available on API at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
Is it $68 per million? So
I'm like, that is hugely expensive.
It's massively expensive compared with the 4.0 or the is it 4.0 that you use on yours?
Yeah, I use 4.0 mini.
Yeah, I always use 4.0 because it's quicker and it does pretty much everything.
It's 4.0 on my chatbots, but it's 4.0 mini when we're actually using stuff in the AI module.
Yeah, because it's a what they call it, not an ELLM, it's an extra large language model. It's a VLLM, very large language model, which means it's trained on a lot more data and it's got a lot more reasoning apparently. So
have you heard about the potential AI law changes in the UK?
No.
Giving LLM creators access to all copyrighted material.
Oh right, okay. Oh, that's interesting. I thought you thought you'd go the other way, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, there's laws in place. I think it's on the BBC. I'll find it and drop the link in the chat.
It's very difficult to guard against because if you publish something on a website, it's kind of publicly available anyway, isn't it? It's not like you're not paying to view that. So it's if it's behind a paywall, I'd understand you'd have but
yeah, but nobody wants to pay for a newspaper.
No, that's right. That's right. But if it's copyright,
the other fun thing, Apple AI tool transcribes the word racist as Trump. So you type in racist and it changes it automatically. Put Trump in. Now that is definitely a disgruntled coder that put that in there.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. I don't like that too much. So on the reverse trumpet, if you didn't see yesterday, I was trying my best to get I can't really play it on here because I don't think it works, does it? Because it's if I let me just see if I can get Canva up. That's my I'll share this screen a second.
I can't find that article now. It was on the BBC, but it seems to have gone.
So this is my this is on Canva. I'll put these videos together on Canva. So basically, there's I don't know if that plays. That's the Suno tune, right? This is a character called Cynthia Brassy Bellows.
Love it.
And I got the image fine, and then I was putting it into 3 different video generators, and I couldn't get her to blow this bloody trumpet to save me life. And if you look carefully, she's sucking it. This is all about the first espresso machine. I'll put in the steam sounds as well in the video. There are little transitions here, you know. So there's you should. There you go. Machine blows up. I'm going to enjoy blowing stuff up. But, so I thought, well, I'll just put it in. She can suck the trumpet, and hopefully nobody will notice. But everybody, well, my son instantly noticed, and Steffi noticed, and then Steffi said, "Why don't you call it a reverse trumpet?" It's like one
It's a
you have to suck
perfect
rather than
steampunk
blow.
concept, isn't it?
So now we've created the reverse trumpet. It's a very difficult instrument to play if you think about it, and it's scientifically inept. But I think it kind of works. So I've made up an explanation for it, and it is on the website and it is on the blog. So so she's going to stay sucking the trumpet rather than blowing it. I'm giving up trying to.
I think you need to put the backstory of her in there.
Yeah,
there's got to be a whole video about her rise to fame with the reverse drum.
with the reverse trumpet. Yeah, I thought about getting that in there. There's another because there's to create videos. Basically, the way I create the videos is to, well, like everybody else does, is to have a is to create the still first, and then to animate it. So there are various ways of doing that. There's I'm just gonna, my main go-to one is Kling because it's slightly cheaper. There's another one called Runway. So, and it just means where's my here's my videos. This was another version of that one, but she was a bit too harsh and it wasn't really what I was looking for, you know. But you can create all sorts of they made it into the video. Some of them don't. You know, so there's so it's just so there would have been a still version of that which you can see here. I can't bring that up. Okay, that was the still version generated on Midjourney, and then I just put it into Kling, and then you put in a prompt. Ladies move their heads alluringly and smile at the camera. Is what I've said. So that's it's more or less what I've got. So that's fine. But I found another. Well, I was aware of it. There was one. Where's it gone?
Guys, Sora is available in the UK.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. You've got to have a ChatGPT Plus subscription to use it, though. And you can have up 50 videos a month.
That's about 200. That's about 200 a month, isn't it? For plus one.
Yeah.
50 videos to 1,000 credits. Up to 20 resolution and 10
the subscription cost though is what?
Oh, the subscription cost is $20 a month.
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've got that one. So that's.
So you can log in at Sora.com and start producing 10-second clips.
Wow. Okay. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I'll have a go at that because there's always an issue because you waste a lot of credits. because this is one. This this was a trumpet player as well. This is on Polo. Um, Polo looks like it's got great potential because you can have consistent character video. So you could create. You can still only create the shorter videos, but you can extend them, and then you can have the same character in several different videos. So you can specify that, and having that consistency of character is quite good. I've only got the free version at the moment. This is okay, but it's not okay because can I get a bigger version? No. Because you'll notice that this guy in the background here, he's blowing something, but he's doing something weird with his hands as well. This guy here, he's got something in his mouth, and he's only playing the double bass with one hand. So there are things like that that irritate me that, you know, you may not notice if they're very subtle, you know, but sometimes you'll get the double to get all the elements to work with a band is very difficult. He'll either be banging his double bass with a drumstick, or there'll be some reason that it doesn't work. So
I think her finger count is a bit off as well.
yeah, she's got too few fingers. She's also got 4 buttons on her trumpet, the valve buttons, and I don't think that's right either. There's 3 in there. So I think there's so we had that. So that's the difficulties with those. So I'll be interested to see if Sora actually gives you you know, whether it gives you a. I mean, it'd be worth it. I mean, it will be well enough if they were perfect. But
give me an error trying to log into it at the moment with
right.
my normal plus credentials.
Yeah. There's probably about 1 million people who decided to log in all at once.
Yeah.
So they'll probably break the system.
David, did you say we can that you can actually view reverse trumpet on your website or a website?
Coppersnob.com.
Coppersnob.com. Thank you. I shall go and have a look at that in that case, definitely.
Somebody, as I was saying yesterday, that somebody messaged me on TikTok and said, "Did you know that in the UK, Copper's Knob means policeman's penis?" I thought, really?
Yeah, there's worse place names in the UK.
I suppose you think Gobbler's Knob is funny as well, don't you? Because I keep actually ChatGPT. I shall find out how many places in America actually knob is really it's a hill, you know, in the States, especially like Pennsylvania and that sort of area.
Where was this picture taken in, David? This Copper's Knob picture in the background. Where was that taken?
It wasn't. I made it. I made it up. Copper's Knob is a figment of my imagination.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if it was a policeman's penis, it would be copper apostrophe S. So he's talking rubbish. It's just a place name in Somerset. There you go.
Yeah. It's a fictitious place name somewhere in a steampunk land.
Quick tip on Sora. Now I've worked out what I did wrong to get in. Is at the moment it asks you for a username, and so at this stage you can get pretty much what you want. So I've got Andy Harris.
All right, okay. That's handy.
He couldn't get Andy though.
Right, okay.
I really need to get a subscription again because I want to play with Sora.
Yeah. Is it not on the obviously not on the API?
You'll be okay, Steffi. There's only one Steffi. There's no one else is going to take it.
It's not available on the API yet.
Right. Okay.
I've just logged in to check.
The other thing I found yesterday actually, because I saw it on an ad, was Hicks.ai. I'll just quickly show you because I've only got the free. Again, I'm only using the free version, but that's it. Okay, it's Hicks.ai, but it was free to upload. I've uploaded. They just use other people's stuff. It's mainly to do with creative writing and things. It seems to be, although it has got a math solver and and a travel planner. But I've been trying to find something where I can upload a chat, like a PDF file. I've got a book that's 800 pages. I've said this before. I've got a book that's 800 or 900 pages long. It's just a list of committee meetings and the minutes from those committee meetings over the years for a spiritualist church in Croydon. And what I wanted to do without having to do it myself was to get stories out of that out of that PDF, because it's extremely boring book. So I mean, I want some stories to write blogs with that will be engaging. So, and it has done that. So I asked it about, to write a blog about the interwar years. During that, it mentioned the fact there was like an art exhibition. It says also brought a wave of artistic expression. Local artists and musicians were encouraged to showcase their talent during special events. So that's interesting. So I asked her, can you tell me more about this? And it did, and it told me quite a lot of information. And so I think, if you want to ask, you can upload them to ChatGPT, but because of the size, I never got a great response from it. It was boring responses, and they're not. I was never. It wouldn't create an engaging post or something from that PDF. But now I've used it on Hicks, and I've got a really quite well formatted, nice response.
Did Notebook LM not work for that? Putting it
in? I didn't. I didn't get a great. It takes it in okay, and it will give me answers, but they're not. They're very stale. It's not like. It's not what I want to get a load of raw sort of crap data, and I want to create nice stories. That's what I want to do. Something the history of the place. So it's.
So you got the free one, and that gave you enough within the free level, did it?
Yeah. So okay. I don't know how much I've got. It gives you 300 credits,
right?
And I think that costs 30 credits. So I could do 10 of these, if I wanted to. I don't know how often you get. Oh no, you get 500 credits, and you require 30 credits for a response, roughly. I think. Anyway, whatever it's used, because it plugs into more than ChatGPT, and it uses credits. You buy it. It's like a credit system. Apparently, it creates presentations as well, things like that. So I'll have to look into it a bit more to see how it compares with the other ones I use. Obviously, the one I use the most is Gamma.app. That's still my that's still that's the knockers of Copper's knob. I was trying to put a presentation together that's stuff that I couldn't use. So
why couldn't you use it?
Well, let's I haven't finished this yet, so this is only partially. This one that they were not Victorian enough, so that was that didn't work. That one not classy enough. I was looking for like a classy Victorian vibe, which is what I asked for, and I didn't really get. That one, same thing applies really. This lady on the left, I think she's a bit overexposed, and she's got no nipples because I think they would be showing if she had any. That was had for an idea that I had for like creating Suno, and then I was music on Suno, and I was going to call it Sax All Night, but I mean we haven't actually haven't got around to that one yet. But I think that's a bit too low. God knows what was going on there. They look like they're all on drugs.
David, do you think you've shared your screen? Because you keep talking about things as if they're on and we can't see them.
Okay. In that case, thanks for letting me know.
I still had the images in my head for some strange reason.
Okay, this one I said was not Victorian enough. So,
Okay.
That's like a WI meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that didn't make the cut. And this one, not classy enough. So I was, because I wanted like classy Victorian ladies with showing a bit of cleavage, but not brass. Not this is a bit over the top for my
In so many ways.
yeah. This one
definitely my
kind
thing.
of didn't make the cut either. Same reasons really, but this one on the left has got like I don't know what's going on really, but it's that one. This is the one I said it was a potential for my video called Sax All Night with I was going to make saxophone music on Suno and then do a YouTube video with that, but she's a little bit too low cut for what I was envisaging. I think these people are on drugs.
I like that.
This guy's lost the end of his instrument somewhere, and they seem to be both holding the same one. I don't know what's going on there. This Japanese fighter pilot is blowing something whilst he's hanging on to his. Obviously, he'll fall over if he's not hanging on to his double bass. And she's. I like the frog. It's a nice colour, the frog.
She looks like she's dreaming.
Yeah.
To play a trumpet.
I don't think she's committed to playing, is she?
No.
She looks rather bored.
Yeah. His thing looks a bit flaccid, doesn't it? So I like going downhill.
Are you sure he's not playing somebody else's instrument?
There's nothing flaccid in Cobblers. And then I forgot one more. Oh yeah, she's well underdressed.
Oh dear.
Oh my god.
She didn't get at all. She's yeah. So she's quite pretty, but if she'd have had a better frock on, I think I might have been able to use her. But I mean, yeah. And this is the one I actually use. This is Cynthia Brassy Bellows. That's the one. She looks like she's actually blowing the trumpet on the still, but I could not get the other one. I couldn't get it to blow rather than suck. And then this guy here turned out all right. This guy seems he's not very interested in playing his saxophone. So I but I've kind of left him in, and I've tried to cut away when the saxophone bits are on so that he can't be seen, so he's just sitting there alternating. But I think it worked out all right in the end. So
you can always tell that AI was created by boys.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's anybody...
I don't know, Steffi. I'm sure the girls can have fun with it as well.
That's right.
Oh, it's all right. I like girls, so I don't have a problem with that.
That's all right then.
Yeah. So there's Polo Don Polo. Has anybody used deep research tools? Because they all seem to be bringing out a deep research tool. Perplexity brought one out, and it's available for everyone. Well, it was last week. So you can do comprehensive reports that it will go off and conduct research for you. It's not like instant. It will say, okay, I'm going off to do this now. I'll come back to you when I've finished. And then it comes back 15 minutes, half an hour later, and says I've done it.
I suppose there's an argument to say that analytics tools could be called AI research tools, because they are intelligent in themselves.
Yeah. It's mainly due to like if you wanted to research a load of peer review papers and things like that, and you're not sure, it'll go off and find the papers for you, as well. But apparently it could include stuff that isn't, so you do have to still go through it. But I mean, but if you're doing a PhD or something, instead of spending 4 years talking about university, you can just get this to do it for you in half an hour. So, and you can spend the other 3 years, almost 4 years drinking. I think they do that anyway. But I mean, Anyway, so ChatGPT's brought out a deep research tool as well, which I think you have to have the paid for version. But it's but it says here Perplexity's release said that it will finish most queries in under 3 minutes. So
Grok.com's got one as well. I haven't used it, but
yeah. I've never used, because most of my stuff is writing blogs or using what I was just explaining, you know, about creating my other things. And Gemini have brought out, no one seems to mention Gemini, but I mean they brought out a new AI model as well, 2.0 Flash. I've read, or I saw on a YouTube video, that Gemini are producing really good images as well. So I haven't used it yet, but it's if you're running out of free credits on things, or you want to give that a go, it might be worth wandering over there. And
you can get AI generated images as a part of your Canva.
That's right. Yeah. I use Canva all the time. Canva uses it uses ChatGPT. It uses DALL-E, so the results are okay for some circumstances, but they're not. If you're trying to do something creative, it's not so clever. I'm sure that's one of the things that'll improve quite soon, because they all seem to overtake each other. You know, as Grok was supposed to be performing #1 in the test for everything, and then you bet your life in the next couple of weeks, you know, something else will come out, and that'll be performing better than anything else. So
okay, so here's a question then. As we go forwards, and we've all got credits to use in these various different things out there, and they all change all the time. Who would pay a tiny fee, you know, $1, $2 a month, whatever it is, to have access to something where you can put in your persona and the type of things you want to do and the things that you use, and it basically goes off and tells you where you're wasting credits in certain areas where you could use them in others?
Yeah, that's right. Because I mean, obviously,
I'm not going to create it. I'm just suggesting it.
Yeah, that's right. I would think so, because there are so many websites out there. Now they're all using a handful of resources. So they're using ChatGPT, or they're using Claude, or they're using sort of Gemini, or they're using Stable Diffusion, you know, like these image models, Stable Diffusion, and Midjourney have got their own. So but I mean, I've found that Midjourney, you pay 8, 9, 10 quid, I can't remember now, dollars, whatever, and it's you can create pictures all day long, you know, and it's I think you can create 3,000 for your money, so you can create quite a lot of images. Depends how accurate you want the images, you know. If you're looking for stuff, then obviously sort of DALL-E will do sort of diagrams and things, and will do representations pretty well. So but I'm not you want something specific, then you're probably better off trying something else. Grok has been very good for creating, apart from my steampunk people, where it doesn't put them in proper fine Victorian clothes. You know, they're not intricate enough. They're kind of Grok will put Victorian clothes on them, but it won't make them sort of refined enough. So we were cars. Where are we? Yeah, canvas.
You're supposed to be sharing your screen again.
No, I'm just looking through my notes of stuff that I can fit in the other one. I had in before Christmas that I never covered. I will share your screen just to see what.
I'm very sad that I'm going to have to play with Sora all weekend now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be having a look at that for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be there. So there was something called YesChat, and I wrote it down because obviously I was impressed by something. Um, it's they've added a lot of them have added DeepSeek in because it's free. So so we've got get started. So your free trial has ended. Okay, I used it. I think I signed up for the free trial and didn't use it. It was in December, I'm sure.
Oh.
But so I can't show it to you. But if you want to have a free go, it's got video and music in there as well, and it gives you some free it gives you some free. I thought they were I thought they were quite generous amount of free credits before Christmas, but I can't show you that. So if you want to play around with the music, but if you can find something better than Sono, I don't think you could.
Yeah, I found that ChatGPT was good for my university coursework as well because it would pinpoint where to look and which websites to look at for this information and that information.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm sure. To be honest, I still use ChatGPT a lot. I mean, I've got because the thing I like about it is that it remembers stuff. Like this is my ChatGPT. So I've got there's one there called Copper's Knob, and it's got everything in. This is just an example, but it's got everything in there right from the beginning when we first had it. I first had a conversation with it, and it remembers everything from the beginning. So if I ask it to create something, it'll reference the rest of our conversations. So I have to be careful to tell it that what I didn't like about its previous thing. And as long as it's got that information, it just builds it up. I don't know how long it builds it up for, but it's remembering everything you tell it, even if you leave it for a week. And I've got the and I'm using it for a it's good for a search engine as well now. Now it does live data. I did there's another one I was going to show you. Goes right back. Anyway, the emails I send out every week, I click on it and it gives me a load of different got time to play with Sora. It gives me a load of different titles for those, and it won't repeat the previous ones it's used. Because if you go back through your history, you click on it and say, I need 4 new subjects for my 4 emails this week. I don't have to tell it what it is. I've already explained what it is previously last week, and it will just bang those out, you know. So it is a huge time saver, and probably if I had just one, it would probably be ChatGPT. Although you couldn't be creative with that. So I think, but yeah, I would say creative is Mid-Journey is hard to beat. I think with images.
What's the price point of Mid-Journey?
It's not very much. It's about 10 quid or something.
It's better than ChatGPT in that case as well, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, but it's only for creating images. ChatGPT does so much more. You know, you can create images with it, and let's have a look. Manage subscription. Okay, it's $10 a month.
Yeah.
Is the I've got my basic plan. It said limited generations. It says 200 a month here, but I'm sure it said 3,000. Maybe that was the first month, but there's I've created way more than 200.
So if you're doing it as a business, then it'd be worthwhile if you're getting paid to generate images.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not getting paid at the moment. If I get 1,000 subscribers and 1,000 hours of views on YouTube, I'll start getting paid.
What's your YouTube channel, David?
Huh?
What's your YouTube channel? What's it called?
Coppers
Victorian
Knob.
porn ladies.
Coppers Knob.
Here's myboobs.com.
It's the full title is Coppers Knob: A Steampunk Saga, or you can go to coppersnob.com/YouTube.
Okay.
That'll take you there.
Do you use what is it, Pretty Links for
that? No, I just used I just put it on my website to
yeah, because on a Pretty Links you can have like your website address and then the subdomain.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I just use. I mean, coppersnob.com is fairly easy to remember, and then I can /go/YouTube actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, good, excellent. I'm gonna